Hello, and to everyone who will be watching this later, we are now live for President Donald Trump's Oval Office address, where earlier today he said he was going to let everybody know how great he's doing. True story. Wish I were making that up.
Yeah. So what do you think's going to happen? Like, what do you think's going to talk about? What do you think? Where's the money at?
It's going to be himself. I looked at Kalshi. I haven't looked at Polymarket, but I'm sure there's some. There's got to be something going on there.
Yeah.
Although I bet there's.
He's going to announce boots on the ground.
You think?
Yeah. Definitely. He'll probably slip in the executive order he just signed, which was to ban, not ban, but control mail-in balloting.
Yes, I saw that
Was to
one.
bring it to the
Completely
federal level.
unconstitutional and illegal, but
Yeah.
that's where we are at now.
But I think you actually made this point last week, whereas it's true, it is, but it gives the red states a out that they can leverage and literally
Yeah.
say, "Hey, we're going to do it here."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty scary. I mean, mail-in ballots they cause a lot of corruption, a lot of
What is it? Something like
voter cheating.
15 in the last 20 years?
Although Donald Trump just voted mail-in ballot, like he just mailed his vote in last week, or was it last month?
Yeah, I
But
mean, I would. I'm just gonna say this. I've been watching Parker get a job and Dean. And I will say the quality of Trump supporters mentally has really gone downhill.
just the Collins.
Yeah, like you can obviously tell there's something not quite clicking with them.
It is mind-boggling that these people call in, though. It blows my mind.
Yeah,
Like they're so sure of themselves, or I'm not sure what they want, their 5 minutes of fame. I'm not sure what it is, but why they would call in is beyond me.
just it is baffling to me. But I see we are way past 30 seconds. So as always on this channel, it is fuck private equity, fuck those fucking locusts, piranhas, leeches, just fuck private equity. And now we continue on.
Glad we got that out of the way.
It had to be done.
China is working with Russia and North Korea. North Korea I mean, they say it's North Korean hackers, but I don't know. How does North
What?
Korea have hackers?
Since we last spoke, I've actually, it's, and I've posted a few places. Is like the minute the bombs dropped in this thing, we lost. There is no good exit from this that where the U.S. comes out in a better position than where we entered.
Yeah.
I mean, just game the scenarios out. I mean, the best case, and I do mean the best case, is that we negotiate with Iran to remove sanctions on their oil, and they begin turning into
Which they've been fighting for years. Ironically.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then we agree to allow them to play bridge troll and exact a toll on every tanker ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz. That's literally the best case.
Yeah, I'm way too sober to watch this tonight. I gotta make sure I change that somehow. I mean, why did we go to war in the first place? It's definitely Israel.
Yeah, I mean, Israel finally found a president that was fucking stupid enough to go along with it.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Did you watch Bill Maher at all?
No.
Oh my God, his take this past Friday, unbelievable.
What'd he say?
multiple takes. There was a couple of politicians on there. What's her name? The Democratic one that Sloshkin, is that her name?
Oh,
The one that they're
yeah.
pushing forward.
Slotkin.
Slotkin was on there, and she was talking about how she doesn't take APAC money.
Yeah.
And Bill Maher's like, how can you trust a Democrat who doesn't take APAC money?
What?
Literally said that. I kid you not. Yeah. And he was like really flustered about it. How can you trust a Democrat who doesn't take it?
We are.
Like showing his true colors there as a complete Zionist.
You think?
Unbelievable. I had to play it back. Did I hear that correctly? I couldn't believe it.
Bill Maher. Oh, here we go.
There you go. Turn it on. Put on the audio.
There it is.
I can't hear it, but maybe you can. It's fine. Oh, here we go. I can hear it.
Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis II. It was quite something. It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way.
Pants on head
God
stupid?
bless them. These are brave people. We want to God
breathing kind of
bless
hard there,
those
Donald.
4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them, terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on earth after the United States of America.
Interesting how he said take
We're now
Venezuela,
totally
not get rid of the
independent of
evil
the
regime that
Middle
was
East,
there.
Yeah.
and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies. Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security.
I don't know. Maybe he
of the
should have
free
done that
world.
before launching it.
From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I
Well, he doesn't want
vowed
to give up
that
all the
I would
secrets,
never
you know?
allow Iran to
Battle
have
plans.
a nuclear
right.
weapon. This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of
What was that, 15 years ago?
October 7th in Israel. Something that most people have
Actually,
never
probably
seen
20
anything
years
like
ago.
it. This
that under
murderous regime
Obama or
also
Bush?
recently killed 45,000 of their own people
Cole
who
was
were
under,
protesting in Iran.
Bush.
45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear
That wasn't
weapons would
Iran.
be an intolerable threat.
that was
The
was
most
Al-Qaeda, right?
violent and thuggish
it
regime
was
on
Al-Qaeda.
earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office.
Ironic
I
number
did
there.
many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first. And perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant
With my own
person,
hands.
a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb. And he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been
He lived
perhaps
horrible.
far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we
mean,
would have had probably a different
I
conversation.
might have been living in
tonight.
an
But
alternative
you know what? We'd
universe,
still
but
be
I'm
winning and winning
pretty sure
big.
the Taliban
And
were
then,
not
very importantly, I
ideologically aligned with
terminated
Iran.
Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7
Yeah, that was
billion
the
in
Taliban's
cash.
kind of big first hit, right?
Green cash. Took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. All the
Green
cash they had.
cash.
Flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their
Not the
respect
slightly
and
brown
loyalty,
kind.
but it didn't
the
work.
green kind.
They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His
Why?
Iran deal would have
It's actually
led
not
to
what
a
happened,
colossal
but hey,
arsenal
whatever.
of
Not at
massive
all.
nuclear weapons for Iran.
And he just
Polar
gave
They
them
would
opposite.
have
like,
had them
yeah,
years
and,
ago.
and this
in
guy
gave
was
their
years
money
giving them
back.
It would have
5
been a different
times that
world.
number.
Yeah.
There would have been no
14
Middle East,
billion in,
no
sales
Israel
right
right
off the
now,
bat.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
the opinion of a lot of great experts. Had I not terminated that terrible deal, I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at
But Israel
agreement.
said they would show.
For this reason, in June,
The
I ordered a
videos.
strike on
So at
Iran's
that
key
point, I
nuclear
had to
facilities,
show-
an Operation
I had to direct
Midnight
the
Hammer.
military to
Nobody's
strike.
ever seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally
2 months
different
later,
location, making clear they had no intention of
they had more
abandoning their
bombs.
pursuit of nuclear weapons.
Hey, high-speed
They
precision
were also
centrifuges
rapidly
are
building a vast
I mean,
stockpile
really
of
easy to make.
conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on earth. Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible.
Where has America
And
seen this
They
before?
had some weapons that nobody believed they had.
Seems
We just
strangely
learned
familiar.
that out. We took them out. We took them all out. So
Do you know
like
what
I'm
you
having-
would do with an
dare stop
aluminum
them.
tube?
and their race
feel
for
like
a
I'm
nuclear
experiencing
bomb, a
deja vu
nuclear
right
weapon,
now.
a
I
nuclear
mean-
weapon like nobody's ever seen before. They were right
When have I
at
heard
the
of this
doorstep.
before?
For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project
I
power
will say this: he
outside
needs new
of their
bottom
borders.
benchers.
That means eliminating Iran's navy. which is now
Definitely needs new
absolutely
bottom dentures.
destroyed, hurting
Needs to take a
their Air
breath.
Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force
of
is
it.
gone. Their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the
Everyone's
13
talking about
American
it.
warriors who have laid down their
Think of it.
lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to
Number
face
one on the
a
talking
nuclear Iran.
poll.
Twice this past month, I've traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives, and every
So
single
how much
one of the people,
pharma grade
their loved
prescription
ones said,
Sudafed do you think
please,
he's on
sir,
right now?
please finish the
A
job.
lot.
Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going
He's
to
not
finish
leaning
it
on the
very
podium yet.
fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them
They've
get hurt
accepted the
or fail
missiles.
in any way, shape, or form. Many
they're
Americans
bare
have
and
been
gritty.
Will not let them
concerned
get
to
promised
see
them
the
deals.
We already
recent rise
have.
in gasoline
They're getting
prices
bombed.
here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers
no
in
shit.
neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of
Yeah, now they will.
extortion, economic
Well, no
pain,
shit.
and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest
know that.
economy
Oh,
in
yeah.
history. We're going through it right now, the
The
strongest
approval
in
ratings are
history.
like
In 1 year,
31% right now.
we've
It's like
taken
the
a
lowest of all
dead
time.
and crippled
Mhm.
country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration, and made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments
It's so
coming into
hot.
the United States, over $18
Wanna grab
trillion,
us by the pussy?
and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it.
Yeah, that made a lot of
because
sense.
of our drill baby drill program,
There's
America
no
has
freaking
plenty
way
of
that's
gas.
on the
We have so
freaking
much gas.
teleprompter.
Under my leadership, we
Oh,
are
we have so
number
much
one
gas.
producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're
So much
getting from
gas.
Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi Arabia and Russia
There it is.
combined.
Think of that.
And that number will
Think of
soon
that.
be
And
substantially
he's
higher
taking,
than
yeah,
that.
he's taking credit for that, of course.
There's no
yeah.
country like us
All right,
anywhere
he's
in the
on.
world.
He's on to
and
his stump speech.
We're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait, and won't be
Hormuz
taking
Strait?
any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it.
The homo straight? What do you say?
We've
He did- yeah, did he say the
beaten and
Homo Strait?
completely decimated Iran. They are
That's,
decimated, both militarily and
moron to say the
economically and
least.
in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They
Hormuz.
must cherish it. They must
The homo
grab
straight?
it
You said
and
it
The
again.
Homo
cherish it. They
Strait?
can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so
Oh
desperately
God, here he
depend on.
goes.
So to those countries that can't get fuel, many
Did
of
you see
which
that?
refuse to get involved
Did you see
in
them all come
the
out?
decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much.
Yeah,
And
then why
number
don't
two,
we
build
get
up
some of it
some
here?
delayed courage. Should have done it before, should have done it with us as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil
Oh, God.
because that's all they have to
The
try
Hormuz
and
Strait will
rebuild.
be
It
open
will
naturally.
resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come
And
back
take that
down.
oil
Stock
right up.
prices will rapidly go back
We're
up.
gonna take that
oil
oil
just
right up
fall
the
out.
Hormuz
Very much.
Strait.
Frankly, they
Right
came
up
down a
there.
little bit,
God.
but they've had some
Move it
very
up a
good
little.
days over the last couple of days.
Get those
We've
ships
done
in there.
Actually, much better than I thought. But we had to take
He
that
doesn't know
little
how to say
journey
ship. It's
to
now
Iran to
boat.
get rid of this
He's
horrible
got the
threat.
boat.
Get
With
those
our
boats in
historic
there.
tax cuts, where people are
Full of
just
oil.
now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible. They are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from
Oh,
the great,
God.
big, beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago.
I swear I
tax
heard
bill
this
is he
Clear
like
from
a
the
paying?
year
Oh, wait a
beginning
minute,
ago.
of
that's right, done.
Operation Epic Fury
I
that we
swear I
will
heard this exact
continue
same thing
until
like a
our
year ago.
objectives are
It'll
fully
be roaring
achieved.
back like never
Thanks
before.
to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly.
In 2
We're
weeks?
going
2
to hit
weeks.
them extremely
2
hard
weeks.
over
Come on,
the
damn
next
it. Say
2
2
to 3
weeks.
weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they
Very nice.
belong.
There it is.
In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said
Now say
regime
Cuba.
change, but
I got a
regime
substantial
change
bet on him
has
to say
occurred
Cuba.
because of all
Yeah,
of
good
their
call. I should
original
have said that earlier.
leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet, if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no
How
deal, we are
terrified
going to
are
hit
you if
each
you live in
and every
Europe right
one of
now?
their electric generating
This
plants
fucking
very hard and
moron.
probably
I'd be laughing my
simultaneously.
ass off.
Military.
We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because
doesn't
it
gotta
would
be like,
not
what
give
the
them
hell?
even a small chance of
We
survival
bombed a
or
huge facility
rebuilding.
outside Tehran.
But we could hit it,
It
and
rained
it
oil.
would be gone,
the
and there's
fuck
not
is
a
he
thing they
smoking?
could do about it. They have
But
no
we still buy their
anti-aircraft
oil.
equipment. Their radar is
Let them sell
100%
it.
annihilated.
Let
We
China
are
do business there.
unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been
Oh,
hit
come
so
on.
hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust. And we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. We are in this military operation, so powerful, so brilliant, against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days. And the country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a
Oh,
true
God.
investment in your children and your grandchildren's future. The whole world is watching, and they can't believe the power, strength, and brilliance. They just can't believe what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing, the brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail.
Come on, say Cuba.
Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before. May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much and good night.
Wow.
And the president's speech went for about 19 minutes.
Well.
We have all the cards. They have none.
No Cuba.
No
No
Cuba.
surprise. And no mail-in balloting either.
No SAVE Act.
No Save Act.
No SAVE Act. Yeah, so that happened.
He said in referring.
I'm trying to think of what exactly was that?
Hey, what is this?
This
Oh,
is
looking for a
C-SPAN where you can
poll.
like call in to give your thoughts. What the hell was that?
So wait, you call in depending on what party you most associate with? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It is, isn't it?
I'm calling in others right now.
I
No,
really
too
am trying to struggle what the fuck that was. I mean, that's the
Who
type
is this
of
guy
thing.
with a ceiling fan behind his head?
He was saying how consequential and impactful Trump was earlier. So,
He's doing it from his grandma's house? What's going on here?
Atlantic Council Strategy and Security Vice President and Senior Director. That means nothing. Like, dude, what do you do during the day?
This guy needs to maybe present himself a little better. Atlantic Council. The
I
think
don't even
tank.
know what that is. I mean, I
Some
gather
Republican
it's a
think
think
tank,
tank.
probably.
It's got to be a think tank.
Hmm.
All right, I'm just so that's the type of speech that's given before you engage in a military excursion.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the deal right now with the funding that was going around? They want another 200 billion.
Yeah,
And
200
Congress has
billion.
not. They can't get it through Congress, right?
Oh no, not at all.
So there's a story that I read about how they took 1.3 million. Sorry, 126 million from Switzerland's fighter jet account to cover the Iran war missile shortfalls.
Yes.
So how does that make sense when we have what is it right now? A $1.3 trillion, or is it $1.1 trillion budget as it currently stands?
I
That we have a
mean,
missile shortage.
I don't believe the Pentagon has ever actually passed an audit. One, two, how much have they stolen? I mean, seriously,
Like,
just
they have to
I think
take,
that's
like,
a fair
one-
statement. Just how much have
126
they
million
stolen?
seems like pennies. It seems like pennies, like literally, in the grand scheme of things. And they have to take out this like fighter jet account from Switzerland. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Because
Seriously.
we're broke.
I mean, this is not even funny. I mean, I'm just laughing, but I mean, I don't even know what to think anymore. It's crazy.
I mean, as a country, we are broke. We're 39 trillion in debt. I mean, what?
Trump has been president for 2%
And we need 200
of our
and
country.
here's the thing, like, I mean, God, where's that money going? I mean, really, realistically, where is it going? Because they need 200 billion for this excursion in Iran. And we already spend more on our military than the next 3 or 4 countries combined.
It's like the next 10 or 15
Yeah.
countries combined.
Where does it go?
Yeah. Russia's entire military budget is 180 billion per year.
Right, and they're actively in a war. Like that's our peacetime budget. Quote, peacetime.
Yeah. I mean, military spending is unbelievable. But you know what's interesting though? Is what things have you not heard about lately?
Oh, the Epstein files.
Interesting how they kind of just, went away.
Shocker. It's almost as if people in the Epstein files control our media.
Almost.
Go figure.
About one word, nothing, disappeared. You hear this other thing going around right now about how the bullet didn't match the gun for the Charlie Kirk killing?
Yeah. See, and this is a perfect example of just like shitty journalism. Trump can't reevaluate the fucking NATO alliance. He can't pull us out of the NATO alliance. Congress has to.
Yeah, he tweeted that today or something, or truthed it or whatever, didn't he? I haven't actually seen it, but I heard he did something. about that.
Rubio, yeah, Rubio said the same thing. Whatever. I mean, it's really fucking ungrateful shit when the only country in NATO to invoke Article 5 is the United States. And the NATO alliance went into Afghanistan with us. You know, like,
Yeah, how quickly he that Trump doesn't give a shit, but yeah.
he doesn't give a shit. He's
They
just trying
died
to
for
figure
us,
out how
dude.
he's
They
just trying to
literally
figure
died
out how
for
he can
us.
back out of a really bad decision. Like that's all this speech was. I mean, trying to make a case for something that and try to convince us that it's not affecting us.
Yeah, he's gonna
it's-
appease the other guy that has the Epstein videos since Putin.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's walking a tightrope. I mean, look at how he. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the blockade of Cuba is horrific. I mean, frankly, it is.
Yeah, keep talking. I can get my fries out of this.
But it's horrific.
hear
And but if you notice, the only ship that we're letting through the blockade is a Russian oil tanker. Go figure.
Well, I thought China was getting in and out of there too, though.
I don't think the Chinese ship has gotten there yet. It'll be
Yeah,
interesting
okay.
to see if they try to turn the Chinese ship around. But this is
Because I
The
heard they
only workaround-
never had any problem with China trading with Iran at all, ever. Like they did nothing to stop it
right.
whatsoever.
Well, no administration did. But here's the thing.
I mean,
Somehow he
during the
thinks this
war,
is-
I'm saying like recently.
No, just on the
Oh, you're talking about Cuba. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about Cuba.
Okay.
but just on the damage that has been inflicted on the oil infrastructure thus far in this military excursion. All right. These facilities are not going to be repaired and are not going to come back online until the end of 2027. All right. In the meantime, the only workaround.
I heard more like 10 years.
Well, the only workaround right now is a 40-year-old oil pipeline that circumvents the Strait of Hormuz, that its max capacity is 7 million barrels a day. That is a drop in the bucket. So the idea, the flat out lie that this is going to be a temporary disruption is just insane.
How many did they actually set ablaze? I know it was at least 2.
Oh, oh no, that's what I mean. You almost have to watch like Sky News or the BBC or something like that in order to even hear some of this shit. No, Iran. I mean, we are barely able to stop Iran's drones and missiles.
No, I mean the oil fields. I thought they blew up at least 2 of the oil fields.
Oh, they've done more than that. I mean, Iran's blown up several oil terminals and.
No, I mean inside Iran. I thought they
Yes,
blew up at
we've
least
blown
1
up
or
several
2,
inside Iran, and Iran has blown up several in Qatar, Kuwait, UAE,
which is horrifying for anybody.
Saudi Arabia.
The population, because it puts it into the air and creates acid rain and basically
Yeah.
causes cancer in everyone around. It's like
Well, and
such a war crime. Is unbelievable.
and let's see, Iran destroyed an AWACS plane,
A few of
which
them
is
actually.
the first combat loss of an AWACS in U.S. history.
No, there was like 4 that got blown up. Yeah.
There
Or
was like
one
an
was blown up
AWACS, and
as a bunch
then
of
there was an AWACS, and I
rubbish.
think 3 F-35s that were all on the ground at
Yeah, hit with a $35,000 Shahed drone.
yeah. And that's what I mean. That's what I've been like. This is not a temporary oil shock. All right, this is going to be with us for quite a while.
I mean, to stay on that point, though, this has really shown the ugly truth that the military really is the spending problem. It is the way they funnel money out of the taxpayer and into their own pockets because, like, obviously, we don't need to be spending $3 million on a fucking missile.
It's
So
more
hit
than that.
a $30,000 Toyota truck, or spend $20 million on a jet that can attack can't even hit a Shahed drone because it's going too slow. I mean,
Well, even then, I would question like why exactly are these missiles so expensive? All right, these are almost 35, 40-year-old. I mean, the technology, the smart missile technology, the GPS package on it, and everything else. That's almost 40 years old. I mean, it's not like these are brand new designs that are some super special secrets, whatever. I mean, this is 50-year-old technology, and they still cost 300 million of fucking missile.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen like the munitions, them firing the Sea Whizzes from the aircraft carriers and destroyers, and like they have like the money coming across the screen of these posts, and it's just unbelievable. Every shot is like $300.
And even then, I mean, you know what Ukraine does? They either build drones to take out the drones. That's their current method. Is they have very cheap drones, like $10, $15, $20 drones that are just impactors. They just guide them into the drone the bomb.
Kinetic energy.
Yeah. And the other thing early in the Ukraine-Russian war, we actually sent them a ton of like World War II era flak guns. That's
gun.
What?
What's a flat gun?
Flak.
Oh, flak. Oh, like anti-aircraft.
Yeah, just flak guns.
Oh, wow, okay.
But think about what a drone is and what flak does. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's just a cloud of fucking metal. I mean,
yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it's unbelievable that you could put such a warhead on a device like that. It kind of blows my mind, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, when you think about it, it's like we're sending millions of dollars after something that costs 15,000. All right, when we could be doing it with something that's 70, 80-year-old technology that costs pennies.
Yeah, we should be. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about energy weapons, but I mean, let's get back to the point, though. The point is that this has obviously been a siphoning mechanism for whoever, ultra wealthy, connected people from the taxpayers right into their bank accounts.
Yes,
I don't really believe in the military industrial complex, but the idea of just straight up corruption is unbelievable.
Well, the Pentagon is very, very good at what they do. Right? Do you realize that there is a major military contractor or Pentagon contractor in every single congressional district? Every single one.
Hey, what do you mean?
Meaning there is a supplier to the Pentagon of military equipment or part of the procurement chain in every single congressional district.
Oh, as a lobbyist?
No, like a company that manufactures something for the military.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
In
So
every single congressional district.
So they have like jobs, they produce all that.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
oh well, if you cut the Pentagon budget or you vote to cut the military budget, then I mean we can't. We're gonna have to cut the contract for XYZ Corporation that's in your district and employs 10,000 people.
Yeah. I mean, it's and they want to ramp it up to 1.5. Unreal.
It it's this is just crazy pills, all right? Because I saw last 2 days ago, 8 countries in Asia are already rationing. They're already facing shortages, fuel shortages, oil shortages.
Yeah, they import 70% of their energy. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's not just that. All those container ships that we use to import all our stuff. What do people think they run on? Electricity? Or they sail? No. They don't even use gas or diesel. These are fuel oil. They burn fuel oil. So ocean commerce is about to shut down.
But is that because of the oil increase? I mean, I'm sure it probably adds to it, but just the other idea that we're not really patrolling the oceans anymore. We don't have that. We're not providing the global security net that these insurance companies basically would bank on. And now all these large cargo ships and these companies can't get insured anymore.
Right. That's really why the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Iran,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think, has actually hit any tankers or ships or anything else unless they were at port. No, this is all because of insurance. They can't get insurance. They can't get hull replacement insurance, and no ship or captain is going to take it through the Strait of Hormuz without replacement insurance.
Yeah.
And that's not even counting. Like, that's why I said there's no
To
good.
scale that up across the entire world. I mean, that's basically what's happening right now across the board.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no good.
Not
There's
the
no
global
good
police
exit
anymore,
from here.
basically. Yeah.
Well, it's just there's no
global police.
exit from here. We lost the minute the first bombs dropped. Because one, they killed all the moderates. All right. So the people that are in charge of Iran now are the hardliners.
Why'd they do that?
Yeah, no kidding. And two, just because we say this is over, they're still able to attack. And they're not even necessarily attacking our bases. They're attacking our allies in the region. While at the same time saying if you want the attacks to end and you want your ships and your oil to go through the Strait of Hormuz, then you have to disavow your alliance with the United States. And it won't take too long before they're going to do it. Or the even crazier option is we put troops on the ground in Iran.
Well, I really thought he was going to announce that tonight because I know that they've already flown in the 42nd Airborne Division.
I
on
mean,
that
let's face
island.
it, they're going to do it.
Marines are there too.
They're going to
the
do
recon
it.
group.
They're going to do it. They're going to do something. You don't send.
There's like 10,000 boots on the ground right now.
50.
As far as I know.
There's 50,000 in the Middle
Oh, there's
East.
50,000 now.
Yeah, there's
No,
50,000.
I mean in Iran. In Iran, I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't think there's any in Iran yet.
Yeah, there's actually in that on that island, and then I'm not sure where else they are, but there's a Marine recon group there that has 3,000, and then I heard they had 10,000 paratroopers that were flown in.
Yeah, they're in the Middle East, but they haven't attacked Karg Island yet.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I heard they did. Maybe I'm wrong. It's totally possible.
I mean, I haven't looked at the news that much today, but that would have been top line.
It happened like
news
yesterday.
Right now.
I'm surprised you didn't mention it. So maybe it didn't happen. Maybe I'm wrong.
I am reading the ticker of the comments of people calling in. Not very complimentary.
Well, a C-SPAN, yeah. Check out Fox News. I'm curious what they're saying.
Let's see here. Hold on a sec.
Boots on the ground Iran is one of the top 5 Google searches right now.
Yeah, because everybody's seeing if we're going to do it. Not that we've done it.
So you're right. Technically, they actually haven't done it, apparently, which I thought they did. Yeah, the polling market thing is amazing. So the current polling markets that are Iran base.
Basically say
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
U.S. forces enter Iran by.
forever. You know, he
So you can bet
campaigned on staying out of these wars.
Oh, yeah.
He's made it very clear he does not like these long wars that draw our resources away. So I think he was doing a pretty good job trying to convey that. But I do think he's keeping his options very much open. He's looking at the ground. And Benham mentioned some of the countries that definitely have are big stakeholders in the Gulf back open again. A number of them have significant capabilities to be very useful there. And by the way, pulling back our forces, I think he's kind of signaling to them. He's said it outright. I mean, it's not like he's quite hinting at it. He's told the Europeans, "Hey, get down here and provide support." But he's making it very clear he wants
Get
to
down
pull
here
US
and provide
forces out
Nice.
and have them come in. And there's a lot of things
Wow.
that they can do in that regard. I think of a number of countries in Asia that could step in. Although I have to say, the idea that we are opening the door for China to get more involved in the Persian Gulf does leave me kind of wondering about the strategic direction that we're going there. I don't know that we want to open up another big waterway for more Chinese naval involvement.
I have so many questions. Benham, I'm going to throw you one more because President Trump has signaled that this is going to go on for weeks longer. And if there is no cooperation from the Iranian regime, we could still see escalations. Is it clear to us, what level of clarity do we have on the level of communication that U.S. officials and Iranian officials have had up to this point?
Well, it seems to be indirect, if anything at all. There's been talk of this Pakistani mediation most recently. I think just a few hours ago, reportedly, a senior-ranking Iranian diplomat, a former advisor to Iran's supreme leader, his home was reportedly struck. Reportedly, his wife was killed. He, again, reportedly, that's 3 reportedlys in a row, was part of the negotiating team with the Pakistanis trying to get the Americans to change their interlocutor previously from Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner to potentially in the future someone like Vice President J.D. Vance. So certainly there has been these
Jared
back and
Kushner.
forths. These back and forths have allegedly been on paper or via intermediaries. So it's not like the Geneva negotiations or the Oman negotiations, both of which took place prior to the commencement of this conflict on February 28th. But moving forward, I would say this is a question the American public should be asking, which is, who are we negotiating with? What is left of this zombie regime, particularly given the successes the president and, more importantly, the Israelis have had in going against military and political elite in that country?
Okay, that's
in
enough of
particular,
that.
More
I would
importantly,
not
the
be,
More
Israelis.
importantly, the
so
Israelis.
bullish, shall we say, to say that there has been regime
Yeah.
change.
You can go.
Wow.
Wow, that was just said.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? How about now?
Oh.
What the hell? I can hear myself.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
All right. Back.
Did he seriously just say that? U.S. successes, but more importantly, the Israeli success.
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell are we doing?
I mean, it seems like the vast majority of American people aren't buying this anymore. So that's a positive, right?
Can you, in your entire life, imagine a president with a 30 to 31% approval rating in the middle of an armed conflict and Congress not doing anything?
Yeah. Was the largest protest ever in American history 2 days ago.
It is baffling. Like, seriously, where are their balls?
Now, let me say the real situation though at hand.
They need to change the name of the party from the Republican Party to the Cuckpublican Party.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Why did Trump choose today to come out and have this national speech?
Oh, because the market's closed tomorrow for Easter.
Nope.
Because it's April Fool's.
It's all a big joke.
Dude, I feel
You
like
think-
it's been a
you
big...
think he truce tonight? April Fools? Fuckers.
And then what? Nukes Iran? Just joking.
I don't know. I'm not sure what he could do, but if it was a joke.
I mean,
it'd be a good joke if it wasn't actually real.
if
This
you were
whole thing
gonna,
was a
if
made
you're,
up story.
I'm gonna say this: if you were gonna short the markets, like the futures market, like if he seriously just tweeted April Fools and then says, "I really launched a nuke on Iran. Tehran is now radioactive dust." That would be the most epic, and I'm saying like facetiously, but do you realize how much of an epic pump and dump insider trading that would be?
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother.
I mean, the
we're
futures
all over
market,
it at
the futures market, would,
TrumpCorruptionTracker.com.
right? I'm just saying,
Yeah,
the futures market would
that's it.
probably tank like 75% on the overnights. You'd make a killing.
I mean, it's too easy.
Cover the short before market open, and holy fuck balls, you'd make
The president of the
billions.
United States is literally the largest manipulator of the stock market in history,
Mhm.
and nobody else has benefited from it to this degree, like this man has.
Absolutely correct.
Speaking of which, Polymarket, U.S. force enter Iran by, one of the things you can bet on. Will the U.S. invade Iran by March 31st? Huh, didn't happen. Yeah.
I literally have no words. This is so. We do not come back from this. And I think people are starting to understand that.
U.S. ceasefire by. What will Trump say during the address to the nation on April 1st? Oil, objective.
It's still daylight. Yeah, it would
With
still be
Fury.
daylight in Vancouver.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did
who
you-
will be
did you
confirmed
go
as
to
Fed
the-
chair?
did you go-
all these
so
things they
question
could
for you.
totally.
I mean, that speech was that I mean, there was nothing new in that speech. Like literally nothing.
Yeah, honestly, it really wasn't anything unexpected.
Did you go to the No Kings protest in Boston?
No. I went to the one in Portland by mistake. Does that count?
Portland, Maine,
Yeah.
by mistake.
Well, I was going there to eat, and there's a lot of really great restaurants. They just happened to be around the corner, so I'm like, hey,
Wow. Well done.
yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm all for it.
Yes. Protest. It'll work.
I think this is beyond protesting. I mean, yeah, great. I'm super happy they're doing it. Don't get me wrong, but I think we all need to just be quiet and just vote them out. Period.
I think two.
Two.
Someone needs to drop some dirt or pressure one of the like 20 House Republicans that have said they're not going to seek re-election to resign immediately. 2. It would take 2 of them. And that would flip House control to the Democrats. If two of them just resigned, Democrats would control the House.
Is it down to 2 now? Okay.
Yep.
Because I know there's already been the largest number of congressional retirement announcements in the history of the U.S.
Yeah,
which is
but
36
we
right
gotta
now.
that you get somebody has to have dirt or leverage.
I mean, they're still in office.
some of
So
them. If they resign immediately, like Marjorie Taylor Greene did,
yeah,
that flips control of the House.
yeah, that'd be crazy. So early before the midterms.
Well, at least it would put a break on it. There,
Yeah,
there
I
would
was
be
thinking
some
about
type
today.
of there would be some type of oversight.
This is my hot take. I think we should all start buying Trump gear, like Trump t-shirts and hats. Right? Hear me out. So when
I'm
it comes
waiting.
around the midterms, we all wear our Trump t-shirts and hats, and then when they surround the polling areas with ice,
Everybody's wearing Trump gear.
we have Trump flage on, and we get through.
Trump flage.
Our Trump flage will allow us to
Trump
vote.
flage.
Now, if you're I hate to say it, a brown-skinned person walking up to one of those lines, they're definitely having ice all over the polls. They're going to have.
I honestly don't think it's going to matter. He's shedding support so fast that
I hope not.
even if they let only Republicans vote, I think he's still going to that the control of the House is going to flip.
Well, the Senate too is at risk, which is awesome. That's basically what happened his first term. I mean, the first term they flipped the House, no problem, but they couldn't get him out of office because the Senate.
What I don't understand is how people think he's some type of great economic president. He's literally turned the economy into a fucking dumpster fire
Yeah, it's
every
twice.
time he touches it.
Well, even historically, I mean, you're said you're a reformed Republican or you're still Republican, whatever.
Mhm.
When was the last time there was actually a successful Republican White House?
Eisenhower.
And he wasn't really even what we would call a Republican today. He's more of a Democrat.
Oh, for sure. But so, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? I think for some of those, when you go back 60 years, you really can't assign a party, like necessarily can't look at them as either a Republican
Yeah.
or a Democrat
Yeah.
because
It's a modern invention.
for the most part it is. Because, I mean, the parties, I mean, the issues of the day can't really be mapped to current policies. They just
I
can't.
mean, they're all equally racist back then.
Yeah, I mean, I love Teddy Roosevelt, but I also acknowledge he was an empire builder. I mean, he was a colonist. I mean, he believed in colonizing other countries. Not the greatest thing, but at the same time,
Well,
I mean,
I guess he happened to be born in the right situation then because we needed him for that indirectly. Didn't really colonize anything, but
I think, well, I mean, obviously he was involved in Puerto Rico.
oh yeah, but yeah, that Puerto Rico's had a weird history.
Yeah.
The fact it's not a state is hilarious.
I know Democrats talk about really trying to push to make it a state, and I've heard that that's part of that whole thing of that's how we get control of the Senate and we break the idea of the Electoral College is we make DC and Puerto Rico a state. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, why not? I don't understand. Electoral college is like a complete trash, anyways.
It is. I mean, it was a compromise of a compromise. Without the Electoral College, the United States would not exist.
Oh, you're going back to the founding fathers era here. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Without
Yeah,
that
it was
compromise, without
the
that compromise,
landowners had to have more of a say, so they gave them the Senate, that kind of situation.
no, it's not even that. It was the colonies themselves. In order to ratify the Constitution, it had to be a majority of the colonies had to ratify the Constitution. Okay. The smaller colonies were very queasy at the makeup of
It
Congress.
dates that far back? I had no idea.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So that's why we have a bicameral legislature. The Electoral College is a compromise based on composition of the Senate. All right. Virginia didn't want to sign, which was the largest colony in New York, didn't necessarily want to sign on to the Constitution of the United States because it would limit their power. All right. So that was the compromise, the Electoral College. Because the smaller colonies didn't want to sign on if Virginia and New York would just control everything.
Okay.
So the Electoral College was a compromise so that smaller population states could still have relevancy and a say.
And why is that important?
Because without it, they wouldn't have ratified the Constitution and we would not have a United States.
Well, I'm saying, okay, great, that happened. That's a
I
long
mean,
time
I'm
ago.
not saying that it's something that we need now.
North Dakota doesn't need the same amount of power that California has.
No, but they do. I mean, they do. They have representation. That's literally what
But
they
it's
need.
it's ridiculous.
No, it's way skewed. I know it's way skewed.
Yeah.
Their impact on presidential politics is way skewed because of the Electoral College, and that should go. I don't believe that the Senate composition should be changed. Every state should get 2 senators. Okay, that's fine. That allows smaller states to have a say.
Yeah,
in
there you
how
go.
Things are governed. Now, their outsized
That is-
impact
that
on
is-
presidential politics, I think, is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, even the Senate having an equal for every state is ridiculous.
Well, it's not just that. The Electoral College is the reason why we have a 2-party system. If you got rid of the Electoral College, the potential exists for there to be multiple parties.
Yeah, that's a good point. How do they work that out? If well, it's the same thing as a point system. So every Wednesday they still get the same amount of points.
Right, but the Electoral College system forces a 2-party system.
Okay. How so? Just because of how
Just because of electoral
Couldn't get-
math. Any party that fractures, I mean, think about what a third party or a fourth party would be, right? It would siphon votes from the 2 parties we currently have.
But you can make an argument that could work in their benefit, just for shits and giggles. To say, like California, for instance, who had, what were they worth electorally, or even Pennsylvania?
Right, but it's mutually assured destruction.
If they flip that, then you have way more votes.
But still, it's mutually assured destruction. Any party that splinters to form a third or a fourth party is going to lose the presidency in the face of a party that stays unsplintered. That's why it forces it to a 2-party system.
Well, the idea is that they'd steal votes from both. I mean, this happens in Canada. They have 5 parties or 6 parties.
Yes, but they have a parliamentary system. They don't have an electoral college.
No, they don't. Something we thought about. I mean, when Truman, who was it that went through Europe and basically helped them create their new constitution, like Italy and France? And that exact constitution he wanted, he basically took ours and modernized it and improved it and gave it to them.
Yeah, I mean, we often forget we are the oldest democracy. The Constitution has been improved upon throughout 250 years with other countries that have adopted a similar system.
And to quote somebody that's extremely hated, but I'm going to bring him up anyways, Joe Rogan's skit where he talks about
Joe Rogan, yeah.
his skit about the founding fathers. He's like, if you brought those guys back today, they'd be like, you guys didn't change anything. Like, we literally wrote that shit with a feather. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He's not wrong. They would be
I mean, the
aghast.
Constitution has been amended how many times? I don't even know. Like,
I think
forget.
there's
How
28
many amendments?
amendments,
Yeah.
but most of them were in the first like 25 years.
Yeah, to have that passed today, it has to be a complete vote across both House and Senate. Way
It
over
has to pass. It
60%.
has to pass with a supermajority, both the House and the Senate, and then it has to be ratified by a majority of the states in order to become an amendment.
Yep. That'll never happen again.
Doubtful. To have a better shot at a constitutional convention.
Trump just had he got shot down by SCOTUS in his naturalization attack.
I don't think they've ruled yet.
No, they did. They just ruled against him.
No
Maybe
shit.
today. Yeah.
So they heard the arguments and they ruled immediately.
Trump, he was in the courtroom
Yeah.
and he turned around and left.
I'm just shocked that they've already handed down their opinion.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty quick.
Well, I mean, it's the 14th Amendment. I understand the arguments for why birthright citizenship based on the 14th Amendment should not exist, and that it's for, it was specifically for slaves. That was but that being said, I see you getting ready to say something. Just hold on a second. But the language of the 14th Amendment is very clear and very plain, and it does not state that.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
You don't interpret a very plain language amendment based on what people wrote about it at the time. You go on the language. Now, if something is obscure or vague, we have often used the Federalist Papers and other writings in order to add flavor and context to what was written. But the 14th Amendment is as plain as it gets. It was written in simple language. There's no ambiguity.
That's literally what they use, the legal term. There's zero ambiguity. There is no wiggle room.
It is flat out what it says. And it doesn't matter what their intent was or why it was written or anything else. It is written
See,
that
I would have got
way.
there way faster than you. I'm just saying.
Oh, damn.
I was
That's
trying to say that
cold-blooded.
10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, I had that. I shut up.
Well, fine. Calling my ass wordy, that's fine.
That's all right. Just show, man. It's all good. How the fuck are you drinking coffee right now? Is it not 10 o'clock in Indiana?
Yes, it is.
What?
I basically have the metabolism of a sloth. If I didn't drink that, I don't know what would happen.
Oh, believe me, I nap. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I go to bed at like 2 a.m. and get up at
Oh, okay.
6:30-ish.
I mean, I don't go to bed early, but yeah, I don't go to bed too. I wish I could, though. I'm definitely more of a night owl.
I do my best thinking at night.
Yeah, me too. My best working in the morning, best thinking at night.
No, I'm an absolute fucking idiot in the morning. Like, the brain does not start working until at least noon.
Yeah, my brain shuts off at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's just totally
That's
not
why I'm
happening. Yep.
on here talking gibberish. So,
And I still have to go and actually no, I don't. I was gonna say I have to go and alter a PowerPoint for work, and I'm like, no, actually I don't.
well, let's get AI to do that for you. Fire up some Claude.
Yeah, Claude's pretty dumb. I've trained mine to the point where it's not an imbecile.
This is not exactly political news, but did you hear that Claude got they accidentally released their source code?
The source code, yeah.
Which is a bigger story because there was a North Korean hack that happened and it was a very, very sophisticated hack. They say it's in North Korea. I mean, I mean, I don't know, whatever. I can't believe North Korea has hackers. First of all, don't they even have computers? I mean, I don't even know what. Anyway, so they did this. They hacked this thing called npm, and npm is a package that programmers all collaborate on. So you download this thing, and it has all these little tools. It's kind of like having a library full of books that you can use. And what they did is they presented a really great book. Oh, in the npm library.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wow, this is a really useful book. And people grab the book. It had 100,000 downloads a week.
Oh,
So these are people
Oops.
building apps
oops.
everywhere. Very useful tool. And what this tool did is it ran a very useful thing for people who are programming. But it also did is it opened a door for a Trojan to be installed. So basically,
Yeah.
the whole when it comes to hacking, basically you want write access to a hard drive. Once you have that at the root, you want to install a software, and the software is basically just like a remote access that your IT guy uses at home. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's the whole gig. So like everything about the hacker is just getting to that point where you can install that thing. And that's the thing they did. It installed it on who knows how many machines. And why I bring this up is because it's in Claude.
I was just gonna say, I bet they used it as part of the library.
They
to
found
build
it in the Claude source
Yep.
source code.
Oh God.
I'm like, holy fuck.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
I know. I use Claude. Am I compromised? Like, I don't even know what this.
No,
Think of
because
this
Claude doesn't really download anything onto your actual computer unless you actually install it on your computer. I'm thinking more along the lines of the
I
Claude
have.
bots. No,
I have.
wait a minute.
I installed the app on both machines and
But
my.
wait a minute. Multi Claude bots?
No, the app, the Claude app.
No. I'm talking about the agents.
Oh, not the agents.
But those are all based on Claude.
No, I'm saying that this source is the source code for the actual Claude app.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is all those agents that people have created through
Oh yeah, there you go.
Open Claude, are all based on Claude on Claude. So do
There's
they
two
have
different ones
backdoor?
though.
So do they have backdoor access to all those agents?
I mean, I
would
would
have
say
to.
no. I would say no, but
Really? Come on. How?
so it's not they don't give a shit about Claude. All they want to do is get on your machine. So they would just piggyback onto your machine is what they
Yeah,
would do.
but people are having those agents have access to their bank accounts, to their credit cards.
Oh, I see what you're saying, but nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's dumb enough to. Unless, all right, sorry.
Are you
Did do that?
serious?
Did you give Claudebot your account access?
I haven't created one yet. I'm still trying to
Yeah,
figure a name.
Yeah, you don't want to
for
do
it.
that. No, it's a bad idea.
I'm trying to determine if I'm going to go like really like super geeky and nerdy, or just whimsical and funny. Like name it Frank.
Okay. What is Frank gonna do? Hope he's not managing your bank account.
No, Frank will not be managing my bank account. I really
There you go.
actually have not created Frank yet because I really don't have anything that I trust Frank to do. And I'm somewhat leery of having something that would appear to be semi-sentient just bored off its ass sitting on my computer.
I mean, if you had like, for instance, let's just say theoretically, you had a channel on like a YouTube and you wanted to create content that would actually get views, you could create a bot that could generate videos and a content stream and then upload them to a channel.
You do realize people have been doing that for over a year now, right?
But now it's even easier.
It's literally called AI slop content.
Hey, man.
Hey, I believe in
Gets clicks.
authenticity. I believe in
Gets clicks.
authenticity. That's
I'm
why I
not
wait
saying-
30
I'm not
seconds.
saying it's good.
That's why I wait 30 seconds into the stream to say fuck private equity.
Yes. Are you the anti-private equity channel? Is it part of your branding?
It should be at this point. No,
I mean, it basically is. I mean, you literally lead with it.
I mean, name one good thing they've done.
Private equity? I
Mhm.
mean, people say that they are the backbone of our business society, which I disagree wholeheartedly.
Who says that?
People
Someone who
in
works for private equity?
like my girlfriend, for instance.
Oh
is
no!
real salty,
No.
real fast.
What?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
works for private equity? Okay, well, there is a distinction. Does she work for a portfolio company or does she work for an actual private equity firm?
Yeah. I don't know if I can. I don't think it's a big deal. She works for Ernst and Young, which isn't really private equity.
Oh, no,
But they
they're
deal
more
with a lot of-
accounting. They're more accounting. They're private equity adjacent.
Yeah, but she deals with a lot of their clients and potential clients,
Yeah,
and they're all private equity.
because that's the
That
thing about
backs
private equity.
companies.
They'll fire all the people that know anything and then hire consultants to come in and do PowerPoints and not know anything and then
Now they just
fuck
hire
things up.
Claude bots to come in and do PowerPoints.
That's where it's headed.
Yep.
I bet private equity, actually, I do know that they are going to go into AI in a huge way, because I heard some of those masters of the universe talking about how they were trying to get Claude to do something, and I'm sitting there, I already have Claude doing it. Did I help them? No, fuck them.
There you go. You're right ahead of the private equity at their own game.
Hey, they're 24 and geniuses. I don't see the reason to be 46 and help them out with AI.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, what does it even mean anymore to know AI? It changes every week. Like, I feel like I know it really well. That's like part of what I do.
I think
And
the first
honestly,
rule
like
of
every
AI,
other day, there's something else.
I will say this. For my opinion is the first rule of AI is don't trust AI.
Well, yeah,
It can be extremely useful as long as you actually check what it's doing and make
I'll
sure
give
it
you-
did it correctly.
I'll give you a little pro tip that you might not know. Nobody really knows this. Don't ever let AI do math.
Yeah, it's pretty bad at it.
Horrible at it. But you can
Well-
do with a trick. You tell it to write a Python script to do whatever math you want to do. So if you want to count, for instance, how many characters are in a Excel document, all right? You tell it, write a Python script that will calculate how many characters are in this Excel document, and it'll make the script. And then you tell it, okay,
To run the script.
reuse this script
Yep.
to count the characters, and then let me know. And
Well,
that's the way you
now
get
which
the
AI
users.
which AI are you talking about? Are you talking about ChatGPT or Claude?
All of them.
Claude is decent at math. I do check it.
Claude's
I
the
do
best.
check it.
It is the best, but it's not going to be consistent all the
It's
time.
okay. Let's caveat this. It's good at financial math.
I would not trust that motherfucker. I would tell it, use this formula that I make and then calculate your
Oh
shit.
no, it can calculate margins and stuff like that. It. Yes, I double check it. I do this for a living.
Okay. I wouldn't try, dude, I'm not kidding. I would tell it to use a Python script because
You know
that's
what?
that's
I
a
would-
lower level language.
Yeah, I mean it writes everything in Python.
It's a hot tip for you. There you go.
I appreciate it. I will certainly double check it.
Yep.
Now, one thing I will say, and this is, I guess, another AI tip, is that its memory sucks. No, if you try to get it to recursive check, like multiple chats, and
okay.
store chat information in memory, and then reference it later in another chat, it's awful at it.
I haven't actually put that to the test yet. Usually it tries and it's kind of cute when it tries, but it's not really that useful typically.
And secondly, or thirdly, however, so you got the math, I got its memory sucks, and the third thing is, it's all of them seem to be programmed not necessarily to piss you off or make you upset.
Dude, you need this. You ever heard of Fireship on YouTube?
No.
Oh man, I'll have to send you his channel.
Yeah.
He breaks down the Claude source code, and he found like literally there's something in there. It's like it's so basic too. It's like it's just a string check. Like if you see any of these things, like literally if somebody's swearing, they usually had fucking crap in there and shit. Like if any of these swears show up, we want to log it as a annoying event with our chatbot and then react accordingly. So they do actually literally test for that with their interactions.
Well, no, I have to give I give mine specific instructions like don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. You can't. I don't think you exist. So you cannot hurt my feelings. So if I say something stupid or if it's a stupid idea, you need to tell me that it is a stupid idea. And I put that in the instructions.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I would say to people too, that you can build an agent. Doesn't need building an agent seems like really fancy. It's really not. It's like things like
It's
that.
not.
Like
It's an automated program. You could
it's
basically
a way
do
to
it with a
start off.
keylogger.
It's like a template.
Yes,
almost.
exactly.
Like a
You could
template.
literally do it with a keylogger. Well, it's
Yeah,
not
I
more
mean-
advanced than a keylogger, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you were to
Well, and to
record
your earlier
repetitive
point, you're
motions-
like, whenever I talk to you, just don't be afraid to hurt my feelings, right? So that's one thing.
Right.
So if you train an agent like to do that, then they're gonna know to do that next time. Like for me, I'm like, when you write something, don't use any EM dashes. Don't say boldly. Don't say these crazy adverbs. Don't use adjectives.
don't say great idea or that's
Yeah.
such an amazing concept.
spell strawberry correctly. I mean, there's a lot of things you can say to that. That'll then, whenever it interacts with you, okay. Like I use like certain units when I code. Like make sure you use that unit. There's
Yeah.
things you can train it.
That I think that's the key to it. You can't do off the shelf. You have to actually.
But there's
tell
still a
it.
human in a loop. There's no
how to
way
react.
there's never gonna be a human in a loop. I just don't believe it.
I don't think they're good enough. I mean, I unless someone takes the steps that you do, I can instantly tell when someone's using AI to write something.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's so blatant. It's like ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
It takes
at
2
this-
seconds to get around it.
is.
And nobody does. It's hilarious. All right, let's go back to Iran, Trump. AI it's actually great.
AI
Don't get me
AI is a
wrong.
whole nother story.
I mean, I built Trump corruption tracker. Not really vibe coding, but I mean, it helped me out a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a tool. It's a tool like any other.
Yep, it is exactly well put. Well put.
And not only
Cool,
that, I
brother.
think
No reason to be
for
scared
a
of
lot of
it.
it. No, one thing I do like AI, and I do use it, and I use it. I'm using it more and more. Is it is a natural language vibe coding. You still
Yeah.
have to know. You still have to know what to tell it to do.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
But you still have to know what to tell it to do. I mean, you can't just. But it's like instead of knowing how to run an Excel sheet, you can just tell it what your desired outcome is of the Excel sheet, and it will do it. That's where I appreciate it. But AI is a whole nother thing. Is that Conan the Barbarian in the background? Yes, it is. I remember that now. Very underrated movie.
Extremely underrated. Actually, let me ask you a question. So you actually have, are you using like Copilot? How are you getting it to write in Excel?
Oh, I'm not using Copilot. Claude mainly.
Claude has access to your Excel?
Not Excel, but it'll create spreadsheets and documents.
Oh, yeah. Then they export like a CSV file or whatever.
Yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, CSV files. I mean, I shouldn't have said Excel, but I mean,
When you said that, I was like, pretty cool. Copilot sucks balls, man. It's like the worst AI.
Copilot is the worst one. It is
And
terrible.
every organization goes through this cycle where they force all their users to use Copilot because they have a Microsoft license, and then everybody hates it, and then they get open AI, they got Chat GPT, and then everybody hates that, and they eventually get Claude. It's like they go through this whole like.
Although
evolution.
I have not used Gemini much, but I've actually read that Gemini really is like the best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of experience using it. I've tried it with coding. It's supposed to be the best coder, but man, it is freaking slow. I think if you had like some really serious thing you need to work on, everything I do is like very small. I ask for very small little tiny things. The speed is like a really important factor. I think it's good for like very complex things, but I don't really know, to be honest.
I think
I'll
the
tell you one
only
thing though,
issue,
Nana Banana is the best image generator, without a doubt.
image generator.
Nano Banana.
I have a really hard time doing AI video. I have a really hard time with it.
Oh, that's a good topic. You ever heard of Sora?
Yes, awful.
Gone.
I know. It should be. It was terrible.
What are you talking about? It was amazing. It was the best one
Sora
by far.
was?
Yes.
I must not.
ChatGPT.
I must fail
open
at
the
AI
eyes.
video because I just can't get it to do anything
Dude,
that I want it to.
that was, I mean, in my experience, my God, that was so much better than everybody else's. It's way better than Kling, way better than a lot of the other ones that I play with. And I am shocked. I guess they tried to sell it to Disney. I guess the operating costs are like through the roof, and Disney is like, "Fuck no, we don't want it." And now they just shut it down.
Yeah, of course.
They had
it's through the roof.
700,000 users a day.
Not a single AI company is making money. Period.
Is it just the electricity costs, or I mean, I'm
It's
baffled.
it's the juice on all the loans that they've got. It's the data centers. It's
Dude, if
the
they said
utility
that,
costs.
we want $300 a month to use Sora, I'd pay it.
You're insane.
I would totally pay it. It's really good, dude. It's like, did you see
Have you used-
the
have you used
video?
Yet? Have you used Dance yet?
Yeah, if
Mid.
you see the video of the famous one with the that director guy made it with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Sora.
I really just fail at AI video generation because I cannot get it to do anything that resembles what I type in the prompt.
I mean, the best thing I can say for people who are trying to get into this is that you use a platform that has all of them. So you basically buy into one platform, and they'll let you select any LLM, and you can, and they're all different. It's like picking a photographer. It's like literally like picking a cinematographer or whatever, for instance.
You don't understand. I have had Claude or ChatGPT write the prompt for me, and it still comes out fucked up.
Well, it depends what you're picking. I surprised with Sora. I mean, Sora usually nails it.
I've used Sora. I've used Nano Banana. I've used Gemini for
video-
some strange reason.
Yeah, video is a different animal, but Nano Banana is really good.
I just
CDS is great for visuals. Really good for a certain type of visuals. Anyways, I like Kira. AI, so KREA.ai, and they're not paying me to say this. They're a really easy platform to use, and you get on there and you can do video, imagery, whatever. But once you get in there, you can pick any LLM, and you'll see once you get through there, like they're all very different. But Nano Banana really is the one that nails it. It has a certain look to it.
I will use that and see if that will well, I've used Nano Banana. No, I still fail at it.
What are you trying to make?
It doesn't matter. It seriously does
Okay.
not matter. I tried to make an intro for this channel and it came out all fucked up.
Oh, like a video?
Yeah, just like a 10-second fucking intro video. Can't do it. I suck.
Hmm.
I am terrible.
The trick is to use, if you don't have anything to start with, to use Nano Banana to create a beginning and an end. And then you can take those and put them in a video generator, like a Kling. and use that as a start and end frame, and it'll fill in the middle. So, like for instance, take a shot of you, give it to Nanoban, and say, "Put me on the Empire State Building, or whatever," and I'm going to hang glide off of it down into the across the line, lit up Times Square, right? And so you have a shot of you landing, and a shot of you taking off, and then Kling fills in the middle.
That might work for you. If I did something like that, it would turn into literally like an empire. So it'd be a map of an empire and me standing on top of a map. But it wouldn't be me. It'd be like a homunculus, fucked up version of me. And the hang gliding would be just me literally like hanging. And then I'm
You're
serious.
you're like jacked on top of it.
I fail. I fail at AI video generation.
All right. I feel it's a challenge. I need to make the intro for Across the Line now.
Go for it. I'll take a look at anything.
Do you like that idea? Empire State Building, Times Square.
Not
Across the Line?
not even a little bit.
Yeah. All right, we're just just brainstorming here, shooting the shit.
All right, I need to have a cigarette or something. So you can either riff on your own for about 5 minutes, or
I should probably bail. It's 10:30 already.
that. I mean, I wish there was more to talk about. Frankly, I mean, we exhausted everything other than the Epstein files, and it's just not. It's not that time yet, because there was nothing in that. There was nothing in that speech. There was nothing in that speech new or of any consequence. It was all stuff he's already vomited out previously.
I mean, even just looking at YouTube right now, if I go through all my talking heads, that I usually
Nobody's talking
pay
about it
attention-
because there was nothing new.
there's
So if
no
he did this,
Epstein
if-
files, no
and-
Epstein
and-
files whatsoever. It's
and I
gone.
think that's going to be the problem. That, I mean, we'll see it tomorrow, or he'll just go fucking bonkers on Truth Social tonight. And that this speech, I think he thought it would move the needle on his approval rating or something, and it's not going to do a fucking thing.
I feel like you could take Bush's speech from when in the middle of the Iraq War, and like literally just like overlay it the same language.
I mean, he might as well put a mission accomplished banner in the back, come out and said, "Okay, we're done," and then left. That would be that would have been a more
If Trump could
concept.
actually fit his fat ass on an F4 Phantom, then yeah.
But I swear, it is painful for me to listen to him speak. If I hear him say, "Oh, just think of it. Think of it. Oh, think of it."
Green
I have
cash.
thought about it. It's not that hard a concept.
Cash.
Wind. Thinking about wind generating electricity. Think of it. Wind generating electricity. You sound like a senile old fucker that has no idea what century he's in, let alone. Yeah, I have thought
There's a
about
word.
wind.
It's a
Like, I
great
have
word.
thought about
Beautiful
wind power.
word called groceries. You
Yeah.
ever heard of groceries? Groceries. What a great word. I told people, let's talk about groceries.
It's like, yes,
Groceries.
motherfucker, we've heard of it. It's not that hard a concept to understand. I don't need to think about it. I understand it perfectly well.
I mean, don't get me
understood
wrong.
it when I
Trump's
was
definitely a
5.
fun person to listen to and talk about, but my God, can he not run our country? Is that too much to ask?
What did
Can you go back
a
to being a
mutual
celebrity
acquaintance of
goofball?
ours? A mutual acquaintance of ours sent me a text message saying, "Oh, what was it? Wouldn't it be nice if the president and the dumbest motherfucker on the planet were not the same person?"
I'd be surprised if it came from the same person I'm thinking about. Doesn't sound like his words.
He's like an onion. He's got hidden layers.
Yeah.
Mainly, he likes a good
Dude.
joke.
Maybe he's finally flipped.
I don't know. I don't view him as flipping. More like he's just not news aware.
Isn't that convenient?
I mean, a lot of people are like that. That's
Oh, I never heard that. I never heard that. I don't like politics, It's a vibe thing. It's a vibe thing.
It is a vibe thing. I mean, let's face it, most politics is local. For the most part, nothing until Donald Trump, most of what happened in national politics just never really, honestly, does not really affect your day-to-day life. Seriously. Not as consequentially as local politics for most of this country's history. I said Donald Trump.
I would disagree with that dramatically.
Okay. Where? Other than taxes.
Yeah. What else does the federal government do besides spend our taxes?
That's what I mean. For the most part, your town, your city
And
impacts
the
your
economy.
life to a greater degree.
Yeah, the economy. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, but the president's
Job market.
until this dumb motherfucker, the president didn't really affect the economy to that much of a degree.
I mean, Bush definitely did. I mean, every time a friggin' Republican gets in office, things tend to tank.
But mostly because of what they do in Congress, not because of the president's policies. Bush and Trump.
Oh, I see what you're
notwithstanding.
saying. Well,
Yes, I get it. A war does happen to affect the economy to a certain extent, of course. But in general, nothing the president does has a tremendous impact on the economy.
you know what's funny is that Biden getting us out of that ridiculous war we're in for that was never going to end in Afghanistan. He gets zero credit. He gets blasted for it all the time. It's insane. He's literally going to go down as probably one of our best presidents of all time, and that has like just extremely underrated and misunderstood.
Is he, though?
If you look at his stats, ridiculous for 4 years.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, the stats-wise, for sure. The biggest knock I have on Biden, and I will argue again. I will argue with you on this one strenuously. Is Biden, depending on what happens in the next 3 years, will determine Biden's legacy. He should have canned Merrick Garland's ass in the first year. And Biden's entire legacy is going to hinge on that decision. And Ukraine. Him slow walking all the aid and munitions and everything else to Ukraine with the idea like Putin, whatever decision that was.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess you could call him out for that a little bit, but I mean, at the same time, like he wasn't not supporting Ukraine. He had a lot of opposition.
He had a lot of opposition to it, but at the same time, how to put it? Trump has a lot of opposition to a lot of what he does.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's a whole other animal. I mean, Biden didn't have immunity. Actually, he did have immunity, but
He did have
use it.
immunity.
Didn't use it.
So it's those two things that will determine however that shakes out. That's.
I mean, yeah, you can criticize him for being a pussy, I guess, for sure.
I don't even want to say. I wouldn't even say that he was a pussy. I actually think he just. How to put it? He was in the Senate for way too fucking long.
I mean, the bills he passed were bipartisan.
Oh, the bills. I mean, the
Yeah.
legislation that he passed was solid. I'm saying those decisions. Letting Merrick
I mean, I
Garland,
would argue his time in the Senate is what helped,
hey,
his
look,
knowledge get those through.
the minute I would argue the minute, and this is where I do think Democrats fail, the minute Biden realized he was going to get tarred with the idea that he was weaponizing DOJ, whether he actually did or not, he should have just weaponized the fucking DOJ.
Pull the
Toss
Trump.
those assholes in jail. Pull the trigger. Because now we're going to have to do it anyway. And do you think they're not going to pull the same tactic when Trump
And the whole
is
Epstein
gone?
file thing too. It was like,
Well,
it was still like,
Yes, exactly. Just release the Epstein files. Why? They're there.
It was it was still part of the investigation, but was it really?
Who gives
I
a
don't know.
shit?
Yeah,
Who gives
exactly.
a shit?
Yeah.
There should I hope if anybody in on the Democratic Party learns anything from this whole saga of the last 10 years, is that at some, I think Gavin Newsom gets it, and Pritzker and a few others get it, is that for certain things you just can't give a shit. You can't
Well,
worry about.
Let's be fair though. Like, where do they get their balls from all of a sudden? They're basically watching Trump. They're like, holy shit, this
Yes.
shit works.
Well,
Like, none of
no,
these
I
guys
disagree.
thought
I
in a million
disagree.
years
We had
this would ever work.
politicians. No, we had politicians in the past that didn't give a shit. And when I say that, they didn't care about opinion polls, they didn't care about public opinion. And if opposition press wrote nasty things about them, they didn't try to appease them. They welcomed it. Yeah, like, you're supposed to hate me. I don't agree
They
with
call
you
them fake
politically.
news and like challenge the facts and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
theory.
I mean, the fact that Biden didn't just call Biden should have tossed the Fox News reporter out. Here, you know what? You don't want to. You're not a news organization. You guys, that's what you guys said in court. Only news organizations are allowed here in the press pool. You're gone. See ya.
Your opinion. We don't do opinion here.
Right. That's why I'm saying have some balls. Don't just kowtow because Republicans don't like me. I need to
I mean, the Democrats.
Fox News is saying bad things about me. Maybe I need to go and get Fox News to say nice things about me. That's never going to work. CNN.
I mean, the Republican Party has been a party not about policies for years. It's been a communication party. They're all about communications.
No, do you want to know what the current Republican superpower is? And it's fading. They're shameless. They will be a lying hypocrite right to your face and say they didn't say the thing that they said 3 days ago.
Yeah. Did Trump bring that in though, or was that always a? I mean, I don't know if Bush did that. Did Bush do that? He probably did.
That was not like a. I mean, no, that's like a current Republican thing.
Yeah, it's a Trump.
They
thing.
didn't used to
Trump
do that.
Ushered that in. Yeah, I don't
They
think so
didn't used
either.
to do that.
I mean, even like Bush Senior came out and he was like, when he had like no new taxes part of his campaign, he when he raised taxes, he came out and he like apologized. I even said no new taxes. Sorry about the raised taxes.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. It is a new thing, to where they will just claim they didn't do the thing that they did like 3 hours ago. That there is no shame. They have no.
The gaslighting is ridiculous.
That too. He just did like a shit ton of it today, like just now.
Yeah.
Obama sent pallets of cash. Motherfucker, you just sent pallets of cash.
Obama gave them their money back as part of the deal. There was their money they had invested here.
You done bought their oil.
Money.
Where do you think that went?
Unbelievable.
Well, I think we can wrap this up. We're gonna have plenty by Sunday or this weekend to talk about.
I know. I hope not.
I think we will.
Let's bring it back to Epstein.
We will do. Let's do an Epstein's. We'll do an Epstein video.
I don't even know where to find anything else on this. It's like nobody's talking about it whatsoever. All my sources.
Oh no, internet wise is talking about it a lot. Actually, there's a YouTube channel I found that I think you would enjoy. Hold on, I will find it here.
Yeah, send it over. You know, it's funny. I've been avoiding, to be honest, I had to take a break because it was getting to me after a while, like the constant gaslighting and the war stuff, that I had to break so much from news that my algorithm has completely changed. And now I'm not getting any news.
It is, it's kind of awful what the algorithm does.
Oh, bombshell, 13-year-old Trump victim proves she's telling the truth. Wow.
Shocker.
Epstein, Kyle Kolinsky is all over it. I like this kid, actually. It's a little dramatic, but it's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Well, one, have you seen any videos with John Kiriakou?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so you really need to watch anything with Kiriakou. And the channel I think you would enjoy is well, this is a short right here, but I'm going to share it real quick. Is Julian Dory? If you haven't heard of it,
No, send it over, man. I'm down.
that's right here.
They do not look familiar. I do not know these people.
So John Kiriakou was a CIA agent, and he was a whistleblower that they tried to prosecute, and he actually won in court.
Wow.
Julian Dory is kind of, he just he's not really Rogan. He doesn't seem to take like a hard political stance. He's more like, and at this point, you even really can't call it conspiracy theory, but that's what it is. Just like CIA, he has a bunch of like CIA, ex-CIA agents, I would say conspiracy theorists, or those types of guys. Like Epstein didn't kill himself, people, that kind of thing. He's doing a lot with the Epstein files, like a lot, and it is a good watch on it.
Julian Dory. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. I would watch a few videos tonight. He actually clips them, and then he'll have a long one that's like 2 hours, kind of like this video. It's 2 hours, but it's actually really, really good.
Like this video.
Huh?
Nice. I know we've been talking for 2 hours. Unbelievable. Well, I always cut it short, so I felt like I owed you.
Well, hey, I mean, you still haven't said anything that would cause me to want to delete this afterwards.
Yeah. I don't know if I have anything right now.
Aha.
Yeah. No.
Well, anyway,
Damn.
that was the Trump speech.
Yeah, it was extremely surprising.
A lot of new information. Everybody should go watch it.
Thank God he took care of those WMDs. We are safer because of it.
We got to prosecute the war on terror.
More on terror.
He actually
Safety.
did. Honestly, he actually did
Arrest.
say that.
Did he really?
He did. I was looking at the subtitles. He actually said the war on terror.
And that guy slurs way more than I do. It's crazy.
That guy slurs way more than the drunk you see on the street stumbling home at 3 a.m.
United States of America. I kind of wish he had his hands going. Like he's not really a true Trump without the hands. Did they tell him to stop doing the hands? Don't do the
I don't
hands
think so.
anymore.
I just don't think he can. I don't think he can release his grip on the podium without falling on his face.
You're probably right on that. Yeah.
All right. To everyone watching this later, thank you. Please hit like and subscribe. If you made it the whole hour and 45, then God bless you.
You're a hero.
You're a hero. You deserve everything. You're the greatest. Think of it. Just think of it. You made it through an hour and 48 minutes. The
You
most
can do anything
fabulous
after this.
hour and 48 minutes that have ever existed. Some may say it's the greatest hour and 48 minutes that has
Nothing
ever
is
existed.
beyond your reach.
See ya later.